To see the fully uncut version of this video, head over to patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons.
What's that like to live deliciously? Chaos reigns.
Please don't scream.
Nah, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
How's it going? My name is Jonjo Lyons, and today I'm here to present to you my revisit of Slow Torture Puke Chamber. Written and directed by Lucifer Valentine, if you could call it that. Slow Torture Puke Chamber stars all of these lot. The final in the trilogy, a bulimic prostitute talks about a deranged childhood while being... How's it going, you? This week we'll be taking a look at Lucifer Valentine's grand finale to his Vomit Gore trilogy. And when I say grand finale, I couldn't be being any more sarcastic. Slow Torture Puke Chamber is slow, torturous, and above all else, boring. Look at what these films have done to me. Look at me. I remember the last time I went through them, part 2 was the one that I hated the most, but I just must have completely forgotten about this. I always remembered the ending. The ending felt so grandiose to me, but what the was I talking about? I promise you this is the last time I will ever revisit a Lucifer Valentine film. I swear. This is it, and after this we are done. We are completely and utterly done with these movies. But before we get into all of that, I just want to remind you, if for some reason you want to see this video completely uncut and early, head over to patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons. There you can find the uncut reviews, Patreon exclusive reviews, and gain access to the Discord, which is full of lovely people that actually have souls. Also, Better Anything has been completed, but you can still claim perks in the Indiegogo page, which is active. Perks will be going out in early 2026, so you can claim them down there. But anyway, I'm in the mood to be bitterly disappointed, so let's not waste any more time. Get ready to see the end of Angela Aberdeen. This is Slow Torture Puke Chamber. The movie begins with yet another disclaimer, this time read aloud by the actress Hope Lyons, just to doubly make sure you know nothing naughty is going on here. As much as that is up to your own interpretation. Cut to Angela sparking up a cigarette, and then to another version of pregnant Angela, played by Hope, who I'm just gonna call New Angela from this point on. We then see more shots of the plastic penis from the last movie as New Angela coughs up blood in a bathroom alone. Cut to New Angela getting slapped and stripping off and telling us we can do whatever we want to her.
Do whatever you want. I don't care. You can do whatever you want to me. Just keep me.
How I feel every time I upload a new video.
Please abuse me. Please. Until there's nothing left of me.
Cut to stock footage over the opening credits and then to New Angela vomiting. Not wasting any time getting to the good stuff in this one, eh, Lucy? New Angela then talks about her bulimia, how much of an amazing feeling it gave her, and how much it disgusts her. Cut to both Angelas putting on makeup and posing for the camera. New Angela then talks more about her addiction to throwing up when Satan reaches out for them. She then gets slapped a bunch of times and in voiceover talks about how she has nothing and is no one. Both Angelas strip when New Angela is beaten and cries on the floor, then OG Angela pisses in a bucket for some reason. New Angela screams as we see whatever the this is, then does a bunch of shots and tells us more backstory.
My mom was always the first person to go downstairs in the morning. She'd go down and make the coffee, and that would leave me and my dad.
Oh God.
I'd sit outside their door, because every time they'd shut the door. And I knew that.
Okay, moving on. She chats about being jealous of her parents' relationship for a bit before eventually distancing herself from her father and starting with the puking. Cut to Angela throwing up a shitload of blood into shot glasses. horrible, but to say one positive thing about this movie, I kind of like this frame here. That one specifically. And that's it. Then we have more bulimia talk as it becomes clear new Angela used this as a weapon to keep her dad away from her. She then asks for forgiveness and drinks more as the bottle is shoved down her throat. Cut to a potential attempt and then to more shots of Angela looking like She gets hit with a belt a bunch of times and apologises when we cut to her on the floor as again she talks about her parents and their attempts.
Whatever parent didn't OD, I'd be in the car with them and follow the ambulance.
My dad had to get his stomach pumped once, but it wasn't because of drugs. It was... Again, I have to get one in there. Cut to more vomiting, which suddenly turns black as she talks about her parents being given charcoal after overdosing. Cut to new Angela passed out on the bed as we see a shot of OG doing the same. We then cut to both Angelas themselves with crucifixes, because of course we do. Cut to whatever the is going on here. Then after more crucifix, both Angelas vomit on the crucifix that's still inside them, and new Angela talks more about the abuse she suffered at the hands of her father. Moving on. Cut to new Angela back on the bed being choked and having the crucifix stuffed in her mouth, and then violently with it. Next scene. Cut to Angela stripping, then on the bed with bugs on her tum-tum. And Angela doesn't look like she's in the best state. She strips for the 1000th time as we see bugs on a birthday cake. And then Angela pisses in her own face. Like, why? Why? I think we've reached a point where there's just absolutely no threat of artistry or symbolism whatsoever. I know a lot of you can argue there's never been any, even from the beginning, but still, this is indisputable proof that there is all going on here. We are now in the realm of absolute bullshit, and I wish I was dead. Elsewhere, new Angela continues to eat the buggy birthday cake, and this all goes on for a while until we get this line.
I like kissing my own face. Because I'm a pissor.
Cool, Angie. Just cool.
What's next, Master?
A shower, Angela? Yeah? Cut to Angela looking a lot better as we hear whipping. She then describes being made to pass out by a John and her financial issues while posing. And of course more pissing, because why not, eh? Cut to whatever this is and then to Angela looking upset when we get that horrible mask once again. This being what I interpret to be the perfect form of Angela, but also the most evil. Evil because it scares the shit out of me. Cut to more shots of Angela being abused when we meet this random woman. Cut to the woman being dragged somewhere. And OG Angela just spreading puss for camera before pissing again. Hey, Lucy, where's the gore? I hated the last movie, but at least it had gore effects. And making women drink fake blood and then throw it back up again doesn't count. I hate this movie so much. Cut to the new woman saying she can be beaten and slaughtered before calling herself a dead pig and catching some slaps. Cut to Piggy getting a mask and around some more. When, and I forgot about this, she gets slapped in the face a bunch of times with her own used tampon. Jesus Christ. She also says she wants to taste her pig pussy and they shove it in her mouth.
It tastes like a bloody pig.
Then she says she tastes like bloody pig, and this goes on for ages. Cut to the audience clapping and this close-up as more stock footage is used, and we cut back to new Angela and the pregnant chick. And then we have the return of my least favourite character in the entire franchise. Somebody who I've been calling the Skull Vomiter. He really is such a goofball. He cuts the woman open, pulls out her guts, and then the baby, which he strangles with the guts. Happy birthday to you, little fella. I guess. Well, at least there was some gore. Then cradles the baby and calls it cute when we cut to new Angela in the bathroom vomiting blood into the tub. The man then bites the clearly plastic baby's face and uses its feet to make himself vomit as the piggy has a funnel taped to her mouth. And I'll let you guess what goes into that funnel. It's not Dr. Pepper. The man then the plastic baby, I think, as Piggy's funnel is poured out and the blood is rubbed all over her. Then more vomiting, pissing, vomiting on the baby until eventually the baby is cut up, and I just cannot wait for this film to end. The bloke then vomits and drinks the blended up baby before vomiting again, which I just cannot watch. But you can.
What keeps me from doing it is that
we then cut back to Angela talking about how much money she earns stripping. We get more reused footage from the series, then cut to Angela having a smoke on the balcony. We see the nightmare face and get another introduction to Angela.
I am Angela Aberdeen.
Before cutting back to Piggy in a horrific looking scene. The man then pours the vomit baby mixture over his head as Angela talks about how much she loves her dad.
I love my dad, and he was doing stuff to me, and I was doing stuff to him that made him feel good.
When would this film just end? Cut to Angela in the bath, covered in vomit blood, and then for the final time to the original Angela Aberdeen as she gives us her final line of the series.
It's amazing.
That's one way to put it. The end. Thank Christ. Slow Torture Puke Chamber is just awful. It's piss and vomit porn masquerading as horror, and I hate it. The story is simple enough in that there isn't one. It's just basically more backstory on Angela's relationship with her dad mixed with fetish shit. It's by far the laziest film of the three. It doesn't even try to be artsy or interesting in any way. I remember the first time I saw this, I did like the ending though. I pitched it as Angela having ascended to royalty in hell after her trials and looking at her kingdom as she calls it beautiful. Which is a nice thought, but ultimately bullshit. Onto the characters, and the only barely interesting one here is our new version of Angela played by Hope. She gives the best performance she can under the circumstances, and it's quite convincing at times, but that's it. As for Brandy, I reckon all the footage of her in the film is archive footage. Either she wasn't available to shoot the new stuff, or just didn't want to have anything to do with it, but yeah, I reckon that's why they had to include Hope in the first place. Next is the gore, and what the happened? There's hardly anything apart from the baby, and as I said, vomiting fake blood doesn't count. It's a lazy and insulting conclusion to a terrible trilogy of films. Production-wise, again, this movie is just lazy. All the characteristics that made Slaughtered Vomit Dolls interesting are mostly gone, and the film is a shadow of its former self. As a concluding chapter of a trilogy, it's like Halloween Ends with piss. God, Halloween Ends and sucked as well. In the end, Slow Torture Puke Chamber is the worst of the worst in the worst way possible. It's lazy, boring, and devoid of anything that made the first one interesting at all. I hate it, and I'll never watch it again. So that was my revisit of Slow Torture Puke Chamber and all of the Vomit Gore trilogy. What did you lot think? I'm just genuinely so glad that it's over and I'm not wasting any more time on this series. If for some reason you want to see this video completely uncut and early, head over to patreon.com/Jonjo Lyons. There you can find the uncut version of this video plus others with more stuff being added every single week. We got the uncut reviews, Patreon exclusive reviews, / comic breakdowns and the Discord. And all that can be yours for as little as $3 a month. $3 that I wish I could put towards therapy, and I'm not even joking. You can pledge more, I really appreciate it, as I need to send my short film Better Anything to film festivals all over the world. Submitting your film to film festivals can get super expensive, so any extra help that you could provide would be massively appreciated. So that's it for another week. Like the video, leave a comment and click subscribe if you haven't already. My name's Jonjo Lyons and I'm just so glad we're done. I'm gonna go and lay down or something.